A Russian military jet has crashed into a residential building in the city of Yeysk. In images and footage of the incident that have so far surfaced online, large black plumes of smoke and fireball can be seen emanating from the scene. The Russian Ministry of Defense has confirmed that the aircraft involved is a Sukhoi Su-34 Fullback. In this video, Defense Updates analyzes how chronic engine problems have claimed another Russian combat jet. Let's get into the details. This video is sponsored by NordVPN. Get an exclusive NordVPN deal by going to nordvpn.com/defense or clicking the link in the description. Use the code DEFENSE at the checkout to get an extra month free for the 2-year plan. It's risk-free with Nord's 30-day money-back guarantee. RIA News, a Russian state media outlet, has quoted the Russian Defense Ministry's statement, and a version of it, machine-translated from Russian to English, reads as follows. On October 17, 2022, while climbing to perform a training flight from the military airfield of the Southern Military District, an Su-34 aircraft crashed. The aircraft crashed within the city of Yeysk. Importantly, the statement went on to add that the crash was caused by an engine issue and the pilots were able to eject. Russia's defense ministry stated to RIA, according to the report of the ejected pilots, the cause of the plane crash was the ignition of one of the engines during takeoff. At the site of the crash of the Su-34, in the courtyard of one of the residential quarters, the plane's fuel ignited. As per Russian media outlets, at least 4 people died, while 6 were considered missing. State-owned news agency TASS reported that medical services revealed that 19 people were injured, including 3 children. At least 17 apartments were said to be affected by the fire, and about 100 were said to have been evacuated. The Sukhoi 34, NATO reporting name Fullback, is a Soviet-origin, Russian, twin-engine, twin-seat, all-weather, supersonic, medium-range fighter-bomber or strike aircraft. It first flew in 1990, intended for the Soviet Air Forces, and it entered service in 2014 with the Russian Air Force. Based on the Sukhoi Su-27 Flanker air superiority fighter, the Su-34 has an armored cockpit for side-by-side seating of its 2-person crew. The Su-34 is designed primarily for tactical deployment against ground and naval targets that includes bombing, attack, and interdiction roles against small and mobile targets on solo and group missions in the daytime and at night. It can reach speeds of Mach 1.8, has a range of 1,100 kilometers or 680 miles, and has a service ceiling of 17,000 meters or 56,000 feet. The Su-34 is powered by a pair of Saturn AL-31 FM1 turbofan engines. It produces 76.2 kilonewtons, that's 17,100 pound force, dry thrust, and 122.6 kilonewtons, that's 27,600 pound force with afterburner. While engine issues in combat aircraft are not unheard of, Russia's had a chronic problem. It's lost several fighters and bombers because of this in the last few years alone. The most damning and clear report came from India. The CAG, or Comptroller and Auditor General of India, had, in its 2016 report, observed that the MiG-29K, which is a carrier-borne multi-role aircraft and the mainstay of integral fleet air defense, is riddled with problems relating to airframe, RD Mk-33 engine, and fly-by-wire system. The CAG audit observed that, as of September 2014, a total of 65 engines, 42 with 21 aircraft and 23 spares, had been acquired. However, since its induction in February 2010, 40 engines, representing 62% of the 65 engines, had been withdrawn from service or rejected due to design-related defects and deficiencies. The CAG report noted in 2016, the issue has serious flight safety implications, since in-flight engine defects had led to 10 cases of single-engine landings. Operational availability of the MiG-29Ks between 2014 and 2016 fluctuated from 15.93% to 37.63%, while that of the MiG-29KUB trainers was between 21.20% and 47.14%. With Russian assets being pushed into sustained use for conflict in Ukraine, which it clearly didn't anticipate, there is every possibility that more such incidents will happen.
Subscribe for more videos like this. Hit the like button if you find the video interesting, and kindly provide your feedback in the comment section. This will help us improve.